Wow. Thank you very much. That was awesome.
You're unmuted.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Where is this thing at? Okay.
We'll switch right on the top.
Let's see. Let's see. This one up here?
Yeah.
Testing 1, 2. Oh, there you go. It's cool how things work like that, huh? How's everybody doing? Good. How the rest of you guys doing? Good. The cool people, you know? The ones that you ask them a question like, not me, man. All right. Who's excited? Say hi. Hi. All right. Well, any fans of Kevin Hart here? Yep. All right. You're going to learn today. All right? I know it was a long time ago, but if you're a true fan, you know what I'm talking about when he says that. Well, again, Jonathan, thank you very much. One correction, however, is we do have the #1 fastest growing team in the entire company. There's no doubt about that, right? If you guys look at what's going on in California, we are the #1 fastest growing team in the company by far. And part of the reason why is because we're very passionate about what we're doing as a whole, as an entire team. We've got some incredible champions. You can see the lineup. Some of the speakers that you're going to hear from here today are very impressive. Not only are they very knowledgeable, but they are walking the walk. They're leading by example. One of the true examples of leadership is to lead from the front, right? Not to say, hey, you go do it, but let's go do it, right? So with that being said, I'm going to get into some information here. A little bit about myself for 30 seconds. As he mentioned, I'm a family man. I got my beautiful wife, Jennifer. We've got 2 boys, the great Maximus Giancarlo Rangel. And then we also now have our 10-month-old Alexander the Great Rangel, right? So we got 2 boys, right? Maximus is a UFC 2034 UFC middleweight champion of the world, right? Some of you guys will get that on the way home, right? But very excited for what we've got going on here. And this event, today's a very historical event because there's an event like this going on in a lot of markets across the US, right? So we've got an event like this going on in Orlando, Dallas, Arizona, nationwide. The company's doing this. And there's a reason why Powur is the fastest growing solar company in the world because of the unique business model that we have, the cloud-based model, and the information that we're going to share with you guys here today. So with that being said, we're going to get into the training. So some of you guys that are guests, I would recommend that you pay close attention to this information here because it's going to make a lot of sense to you from looking at it also as a point of view of somebody looking at this for the first time. So anybody here familiar with Robert Kiyosaki? Okay, let me get the jacket actually, Guillermo, please. Yeah. It's actually, the AC hits hard up here. Thank you. So anybody familiar with Robert Kiyosaki by show of hands? Okay, great. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. One of the best books you could ever read. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he talks about the cash flow quadrant. And he says there's 4 ways that people make money. Well, 4 legal ways that people make money, right? Because there's more than 4 ways, but 4 legal ways that people make money. One of the ways that people make money is, so you've got, let's see here, there you go, perfect. So you've got the E, you got the left side of the quadrant, and then you've got the right side of the quadrant, right? So on the left side of the quadrant is, and he often talks about that you want to be on the right side of money, meaning the correct side of money. How many people want to be on the right side of money? Yeah. Right, we don't want to be on the wrong side of money, right? Because that means we're not making enough. How many people want to have too much month at the end of the money? No. Right? We want to have too much money at the end of the month, right? So we want to be on the right side of the money. So let's talk about some interesting things and how this all relates to power. So the first way is as an employee, okay? An employee is somebody that has a job, they work for somebody else, and they trade their time for money. Can we agree? Yeah. It's fair enough, right? You agree on a certain amount of pay. The boss agrees to pay you that, whether it's a salary or an hourly, and you work for a boss and you trade time for money. That's what 95% of people do. That's okay. The second one on the left side of the quadrant is a S, meaning a self-employed person. Any self-employed people here? Okay, great. You know, it could be a realtor, it could be a barber, it could be a plumber, maybe even an attorney, right? Or maybe a small business owner. Maybe somebody that owns a little store, right? And they're a business owner, but very often you hear them tell you, it's not as if I own the store or the business, but the business owns me. Yeah. Any small business owners? Okay, so you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Very often small business owners tell me, JC, I was better off before I was a business owner because all my employees and all my expenses got to get paid before me. My check stays in, the drawer until everything else is paid off. And if there's anything left over, then I get it back. So this is the left side of the quadrant. The right side of the quadrant is where you have a big business. I'll give you guys an example. Let's say, for example, a McDonald's. Is a McDonald's a big business? Yes. It's a system-driven business. And a system-driven business, a system stands for save yourself some time, energy, and money. So as a big business here, right, with a system, I'm going to show you guys how Powur is a big business with a system, because here's the thing. On this side here, these people on the right side of the quadrant, on the business side, get paid what's called leveraged income. Is the owner of the McDonald's flipping the burgers? Is he taking your order? No, he sure is not. Somebody else is. And because of a successful system, he or she has 16-year-old kids that are still in high school running a multi-billion-dollar corporation business and multi-million-dollar restaurant. Can we agree? Because of a system. How is it that Powur has people that are brand new? Last year was my first full year in Powur, in solar, My first full year in solar, the industry of solar. I'm still a rookie. I'm a 2-year rookie in solar. How did I outsell 6,000 people and I recruit 6,000 people? Because there's a system. Not because I'm a special solar guy, because I'm not. There's other people that are much better at selling solar than me, but I sell more. Why is that? Because of a system, and I adopt the system, and we're going to be talking about a system. Does that sound fair enough? Yes. So we're going to show you guys the system of Powur. Okay? So you got a big business, and then the I stands for investor. Investor. Okay? Here's what the numbers look like. About 65% of the population is here, employee. 35% approximately is self-employed. 4% has this type of business, right? And 1% are investors. But here's what the numbers look. Here's what the situation is. The people on the left side of the quadrant are trading time for money. Can we agree? Yeah. What happens if you call in sick? Right? Are you getting paid for that time? Probably not. Now, what if you have 6 days? I didn't even realize that you had 6 days. Right? How do they know how many times I'm going to get sick throughout the year? Right? How do they know what time I get hungry? I don't get hungry at 12. Right? Here's the deal. These people are trading time for money. Now, these people over here, people and systems make them money, and people over here, money makes them more money. How many of you guys would like to have your money, to get your money to put on overalls and make you more money? To put on overalls, go to work for you. Right? How many of you guys would like to get paid off of the efforts of others? Yes, of course. Yes. Here's the deal. Either you are going to get paid off of the efforts of other people, or other people are going to get paid off of your efforts. But efforts are going to be paid on people one way or another. Yeah. The beautiful thing about what we offer here today and what you are seeing is that it is an equal, this is for your notes, very important to know. This is an equal opportunity. Powur is an equal opportunity. You get started, and you and I are on the exact same commission structure day one. I'm still on a 70-30. Because I've done what I've done with the company doesn't mean that I'm on a higher split than you. Now, granted, your first 3 sales, if you're new to solar, you have to do split sales with a mentor. Once you're done with those 3 sales, which is what I had to do. Once you're done with those 3 split sales, you're at the 100% commission, just as I am. Meaning 100% meaning you don't have to split it. 70-30 split. You have the same ability to build a team if you choose to. That is key. Is building a team mandatory with Powur? Absolutely not. It is a complete option, right? But when I saw this, I said, wait a minute. I could introduce other people to make the biggest commissions in the industry of solar, to get involved in the industry of the future. Because let's face it, in the next 10 to 20 years, we are all going to be driving electric vehicles and are going to be living inside of a home that has solar panels on the roof. Guess what? Somebody has to sell that glass on the roof. Somebody's going to get paid on that. And opportunities always look bigger going than they do coming. Opportunities always look bigger going than they do coming. Most people think, oh man, I wish I would have known about Amazon. I wish I would have known about Uber. If I'd have known, no, if somebody would have told your ass, you would have ignored them. Don't give me that. Somebody come to you and say, hey man, check this out. I know you like to go to the store, put on the shoes, put them on and stuff like that. This is pre-internet, right? And put them on, check this out. You see that computer, that big box, right? Remember the box? You're going to be able to see your shoes there. Not try them on, not feel them. Just see them through a picture. Remember what pictures looked like back then, too. And you're going to be able to buy them, bro. And you can get them next day. He's like, but I could go right now and get them today. And I could try them on and see them and touch them. You're crazy. That'll never work. That's what most people would have said. Can we agree? Because most people have sight, not necessarily vision. Helen Keller, who knows who Helen Keller is? Helen Keller was blind, right? Big person in history. She said, I would rather have vision than sight. Vision is seeing the unseen done. Vision is seeing what's possible before it's possible and seeing what's possible when other people don't see that it's possible. So when I say that opportunities look bigger going than they do coming, that's because most people, you could put a presentation, an incredible opportunity in front of them that makes complete sense, and they're still not going to take action on it. Or they'll say, I'll get started, JC, let's go, and they will do nothing. Or they have a lot to learn, but they won't take notes. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right, let's keep going. So here's the deal. 5% of wealth is on the left side of the quadrant. 95% of wealth is on the right side of the quadrant. Didn't we say that we want to get on the right side of money? So if 5% of all the wealth is here and 95% of the wealth is here, where would you like to be? I would like to be on the right side. Right? I want to be on the right side. But here's where 95% of the population is. On the left. 95% of the population is on the left side of the quadrant. Notice that the people in the back, y'all can't see the bottom part of it, right? But some of you guys sat in the back, and nobody was in the front yet. Next time, remember, the $1 million seats are in the front. 5% of the population is on the right side. So imagine, 95% of all the wealth is on the right. And only 5% of the people have that wealth. Is that crazy? When I heard this in 2003, I said, I will always build a business and leverage other people. Because how many of you guys have heard of the book Think and Grow Rich? Okay. In the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about a lot of things, but one of the things he talks about is OPM, other people's money. OPE, other people's efforts and experience. When you get a mentor with the company, guess what? You're leveraging that person's experience. They're doing the efforts in the presentation for you. And you get half the commission and you get trained. Is that a pretty good deal? Yeah, right? Other people's ideas. Oops, let me go back. Other people's ideas. Powur was not my idea. It's a brilliant idea, but it wasn't mine. It's okay. I'm going to leverage Jonathan Budd's idea. I'm going to leverage Jonathan Budd's platform. The key is this. The wealthiest people in the world leverage other people. They leverage the bank's money. With Powur, what does it cost to get started? To have your own nationwide solar brokerage. A whopping $99 one time. And $49 a month. Is that crazy? In my opinion, it should cost no less than $5,000. No, to get rid of the tire kickers. Because it's only $149 month one, $148 month one, and $49 a month thereafter. FYI, whoever invited you does not make a penny off of that. We don't make a penny off of that. I tell people, if you're going to sign up under me, I want you to sign up because you're going to do something, because you don't financially benefit, neither do I if you don't do anything. So let's not waste each other's time. Does that make sense? So it should, in my opinion, it should be $5,000. But it's only that. Now, let's say it did indeed cost $5,000 to get started with Powur. Here's what I would tell people. Great. Do you have the $5,000? No, I don't. Okay. Here's what I would recommend you do. Find it. Find the money if you really want to make this happen, and we'll teach you how to be successful. And it'd be even if it was $50,000. I would have got started with this company exactly as is. If this company costs $50,000, you give me a lie detector test, I will pass it. Because I've made that more than 10 times over in 2 years. Right? And so guess what? But it doesn't cost that. But if it did, here's what I will say. Okay, great, OPM. You know what rich people do? They use a bank's money. They don't use their money. They use bank's money. You use the bank's money to finance your business, but guess what? It's 149, so you don't need a bank's money. But you can still use the bank's money if you want. Does that make sense? And how many people here plan on making a lot of money? Awesome. Guess what? You're going to need the write-offs. You're going to need the write-offs. So that's a $600 a year write-off. Okay? Trust me, man. You're going to need the write-off. JB just bought a property in Vegas. I'm buying one this year specifically for taxes, right? Because I'm going to be a resident of Vegas, right? And we get it for free. Well, we don't pay in state taxes. Pays for our mortgage out there. How many of you guys want to have those problems? Yeah. It's pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Hey, get a free property in Vegas. Literally, free. And if you don't get it, you're going to pay the state anyways. Yeah. Okay, so other people's efforts, other people's experience. So here's what happens with Powur. Okay? You get to be one of these three. The only one you don't get to be a part of with Powur is as an employee. Right? Now, unless you get hired by corporate, that's fine. But you could start selling solar, you could be a self-employed person. You sell solar, you make a commission, the highest commissions in the industry. Pretty awesome, right? Awesome, yes. What happens, however, if you get sick? 2020 taught us, the pandemic taught us that people get sick, right? That life is fragile. What if you get in an accident and you are not able to work, you are not able to sell? What happens to your income? It goes down. There's people in this room that have a multiple six-figure income passively with Powur if they do not sell solar anymore. And that income continues to grow every month and every year if they do not sell solar anymore because they introduce a couple of folks who introduce a couple of folks to the company. Is that pretty cool? Yes. So here's where everybody starts. But then if you decide, everybody say decide. Decide. If you decide to build a business, you could get into the big business section where now you offer other people the exact opportunity that was offered to you. They go out there and do their thing. So you imagine you introduce myself or Louis or Raul or David, and let's say, for example, you make a 20% override, 20%, and I make a sale, or one of us makes a sale. You introduced us. You make anywhere from $600 to $1,000 on the sale that we made. You didn't even know we made that sale. Now, what if you recruited 67 people last year, which is how many I recruited last year, officially, not including the ones I recruited for my wife, not including the 15 I gave away to my team. So close to 90, right? Now, the company pays us commissions on 6 levels of compensation. People ask, JC, is that an MLM? No, it's not. In an MLM, you get paid for the act of recruiting. If I recruit this gentleman, Eric, and Eric pays to join, I make a commission for his paying to join. We don't get paid for that. We only get paid if solar sold. In an MLM, recruiting is necessary. That's how you make money. That is unnecessary here. We've got people making multiple 6 figures per year, not recruiting one person. So to answer the question, this is not an MLM. Is there similarities? Sure, but this is not an MLM. Okay, want to clear that up. So anyways, let's keep moving. Okay, before we keep moving. So you become a business owner here. Now you get paid off of the efforts of other people. They have the same opportunity. You guys follow me? So as a salesperson, you're self-employed. You start building a team, you get into the right side of the quadrant. Guess what? Don't we earn stock options for selling solar? Now, the richest man in the world is in the industry that we're in. That is called a clue. Do you guys think there's some potential in that industry? Yes, sir. Yes. The governments around the world are pushing renewable energy. They're talking about climate change, aren't they? Yes, California, since 2020, new home, must have solar. 2035, no more gas cars going to be sold in California. 2045, every house must have solar. Do you think there's a future here? Yeah. Absolutely. Now, there's one company that is the fastest growing company in the entire industry. You're here. That company's going public in 2 years. And they're saying they'll give you stock options for doing what you should do. How many of you think that's pretty cool? Yes. So now you just made it to the investor side too. How many of you like that? Yep. How many of you like that game plan? Yeah. Some of you guys that are saying yes got to tell your face that you like the game plan. Because if I look at your face, I can't tell you like the plan. Does that make sense? You got to get excited. How many of you guys are excited? Yes. How many of you guys have enthusiasm? Yes. ISM are the last 3 letters of enthusiasm. That stands for I am sold myself. You got to be sold to yourself. You can't put nobody, man, you put somebody in front of me to talk about a business opportunity, they're getting recruited. And they're getting recruited and they're buying me lunch for offering them this opportunity. You owe me lunch for me presenting this to you. That's genuinely how I feel. I didn't come here to take part. I came here to take over. I said that from the beginning. We did. Our team is ask anybody. Kicking more ass than anybody else, and we're going to continue to do so. Everybody else is going to be in the rearview mirror chasing second place. That's going to be the new first place. Okay, let's keep moving. Sorry, man, I get excited. Okay, Powur can help you get on the right side of the quadrant. So here's the examples. The commission structure. Again, self-employed. $20,000 is your price. You sell it for $30,000. The margin is $10,000. You keep 70% of that. Your commission is $7,000. You are on the left side of the quadrant as a self-employed person. Your commission is a healthy $7,000. Okay. The mentor program. Somebody assigns you. Let's say you are a part of our team. We are recruiting a lot of people nationwide on our team, more than any other team is. Our team just hit about 800 people. My personal team just hit about 800 people. We're kicking a lot of butt. What does that mean? That we need a lot of mentor sales, and we assign those mentor sales to our mentors, right? So let's say that mentor, that new person says, hey, I want you to mentor my sale, $7,000, you keep $3,500, they keep $3,500. Now you are leveraging other people's efforts. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. Here's an example. What if you have 7 team members in a month do their 3 split sales? That's 21 sales. Can we agree? 21 sales at it times $3,500 on average, $73,500 in commissions. Is that okay? Yes. You guys realize there's people in this room right now that make that kind of money, right? Yes. There's people in this room that turn away mentor deals every single day, like 5 of them. Every day. No, I'm not taking them. Every day. There's people in this room that do that. Okay? What about the leverage side? This is what I came for. I signed up for this part and the stock options. 6 levels of pay. These are the average numbers on levels 1 through 6. If you brought 10 people, hypothetical example, this is a training, this is a hypothetical example. You brought 10 people, that brought 2, that's 20 people on level 2. And that duplicated by 2 through level 6. 320 people, level 6. If they all made 1 sale per month, you're at $1.2 million a year, passive override income, you not making any sales, no personal sales, no mentor sales, that's strictly override income. In that scenario, if everybody made 1 sale. Now we know that everybody's not gonna make a sale. What if 90% did not? What if you and your team are the bad news bears? Okay? And 9 out of 10 failed to make a sale. That's $120,000 still. Passive income. Is that okay? Yes. Making $120,000 passive income here, if you decide to, and if you put in the consistency and persistency, is absolutely doable. In an industry where we have a 3% market penetration, 3% market penetration in America alone, we're not including roofs, we're not including HVAC, we're not including all the additional things that we're going to offer. Powur is not simply a solar company. We're going to be an entire solution for the homeowner. You wait and see. Okay. So now I'm going to get into some technical stuff. This is a simple system because when people get started, hey, what do I do? What kind of activities do I have to do to go out there and be successful? Because, and this is a problem that happens in sales. I do trainings at sales companies, real estate companies. Okay. Is it really 11:43? Oh yeah, we got a late start. Just so I'm not finishing at 12. All right, so here's the deal. The 8-point system. People in sales generally wing it. Most people in sales. Because here's the numbers. In any sales organization, here's what the numbers look like. For your notes, 80% of the organization does 20% of the production. And 20% of the people do 80% of the production. It's just how it is. So here's what happens. Here's what happens. I put together a system that a lot of people on my team follow. What kind of activity should I do on a daily basis and how do I track that activity? Because here's what a lot of people do. They think they're being productive because they're being busy. No. See, there's a big difference between being productive and being busy. I know a lot of very busy, broke people. How many of y'all know some busy, broke people? Yeah. They're so busy doing nothing. They're not accomplishing anything. They're in the same place. They're the same people that in December 25th, they're talking about New Year's resolutions. New year, new me. I go back to the story like, dude, you said that last 10 years. But a lot of people do that, have that kind of philosophy with their business. So let me give you guys a couple of simple to-dos and a system that I call the 8-point system for proper activity to do consistently and persistently over an extended period of time that's going to yield positive results. So here we go. So 8 points is how many points you should generate on a daily basis. This is, by the way, bare minimum. Bare minimum. If you are full-time, these numbers should be double. These numbers should be double. And I guarantee you that the people that pay attention to this and apply it are going to do significantly better than those that don't. Because most people, here's what happens. Here's one of the problems. And I'm talking to the people that are making money with Powur. I'm talking to y'all right now for the next 2 minutes. Here's a problem. You start making 80 grand a year, 100 grand a year, maybe $200,000 a year. All of a sudden, I ain't taking notes, man. All of a sudden, I got nothing to learn, man. I'm the big boss. Know what I'm saying? Like, you saw how much my 1099 was last year, bro? I don't take notes. I stand up. I don't sit down in the audience. Then here's what happens. They plateau. I made $1 million for the first time in a year 9 years ago. I retired my mom when I was 28. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. When I got started to this company, I had no experience in solar, and I said, I'm going to kick all of your guys' asses. Yes, I am cocky, and some of you guys are not going to like it. I don't care. Because I'm going to be me. See, here's the deal. I'm going to be me. But you don't have to like me, but take some of the information that I give you that you do like and apply that information. And you can say, JC's an asshole. Cool. As long as my 2 kids and my wife love me, I'm cool. That's why I'm also successful. You know why? Because I don't care about other people's opinions, man. Your opinions or my negative prospects' opinions don't pay my bills. They don't retire my mom. When I take my mom and my mother-in-law and my whole family on vacation to Miami, you think I care about those people's opinions? No. We go to Miami, spend $9,000 in a week and don't think twice of it. Because I don't care about other people's opinions. And that's one of the number one reasons why people are unsuccessful. They care too damn much about other people's opinions. I don't give a shit about people's opinions.
That's right.
Here we go. Attend training or opportunity meeting, 1 point. Congratulations, y'all just earned 1 point. Didn't even know it. Here we go. Personal development. Listening to this information here today is also personal development. Another point. How many of you guys think you're getting some personal growth already? Okay, good. Prospecting. Let's say, for example, door-to-door. Door-to-door prospecting or new homeowners or calling leads, prospecting. Every hour prospecting is a point. So what if you prospected for 8 hours? You got your 8 points. You see how that works? It's interesting, huh? The goal is this. Here's why most people don't have self-confidence. Because they don't keep promises to themselves. It's an unconscious thing. There's been studies done on this. Most people's self-confidence is low. And the reason why it's low is because even the self-talk that they say to themselves, the promises they say to themselves, they don't keep. They say, I'm going to show up to the training, and they don't. I'm going to eat well, or I'm going to go to the gym, and they don't. I'm going to do this, and they just don't. They know that they don't even have credibility with themselves, whether conscious or unconscious, which the unconscious mind is significantly more powerful than the conscious mind, infinitely more powerful than the conscious mind. So unconsciously, people's self-confidence is getting weaker or stronger. And here's the deal. This is called the inner game. The inner game is you have an identity about yourself. You either have an identity, I'm a winner, or you have an identity that you're not a winner. Here's one thing I heard a gentleman say a long time ago. He says, addressing the men in the audience. I want you guys to record this. Take your cameras out. Whoever wants to record this. So I'm going to give you some fire right now. At JC Rangel Mindset, if you want to put it on social media. Tag me. Ask for what you want. Here's what a gentleman said, addressing the men in the audience. He said, gentlemen, if you are the type of man that gets home after work